저희는 자는 중에도 경계를 늦추지 않으니 편히 쉬세요.
Good to know. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamak, this is Let's Play Limbus Company Spring Cultivation. In the last episode, we spent the entire episode looking at Bloodflame Sinclair. The Master. Of course it's this guy, why wouldn't it be? I don't like how it didn't get... I need to set Sinclair back to stuff. I think I'll make a small adjustment to the team because Tremor and Rupture. Anyhow, I'm back inside. Yeah, when I didn't see the name last time I was in here, but when I checked in here earlier and I saw the Master, I thought, oh no, we're going to have to fight that jackdaw again. No energy cost though? And they didn't give us... It was you? Your big sister Yuan Shun's final exam? If you're going to kill me anyway, why didn't you just take me out from the get-go instead of wasting all that time teaching me, pretending to be my master? I would hardly deem the hours spent in joy as wastes, would you? Well, I'm not even surprised. Dangwon-yan's full of backstabbers anyway. Do not ever trust anyone who approaches you first. It is a saying that saved a lot of lives in Hongwan and the city. Normally those types of people wait until my guard is down to strike. You had plenty of opportunities to kill me during those classes. I gotta say, I forgot a bit of my edge when I was swinging those sticks. The one who hired me handed me, along with my payment, a silken bag of dried wolfsbane powder. So you were hired to poison me. Why didn't you? Why would I use that to claim my people's life when I could use it to pay off my tab and buy me a few bottles of quality wine at a local Kazan? Which I did. They're precious enough to sustain 3 generations of family, eh? What? My life has thus far been one of rivers and footpaths, drifting hither and thither as the currents took me, a meaningless life of having gained nor left behind nothing. And wouldn't you know it, this kid had just become the next hierarch. For the first time in history of the family hierarchs I'd seen, refused the true master of Hongwan. Those with vision for the future of Hongwan would grip the land as though it belonged to them. And Hongwan, trapped in the grasp of a series of intrepid individuals, grew dark and suffocating. The other people who initially seemed to have been included in the lessons as nothing more than an extra may as well have forced the lessons out of me. And after a while of frolicking with the bumbling hierarch and a particularly nasty pupil, it seems that I shared all that I know with the both of you. Hey! Despite the present circumstances, my lessons have all been without a speck of falsehood. Come then, never once have I taught a pupil who would fall at such a place. And if you do, I don't suppose you're a pupil of mine anyway. Is this another one of the gong levels?
최고의 방책은 전쟁이 일어나지 않게 하는 것.
Ooh. If target has base bleed, gain base power, gain a swig, inflict bleed. If target has 5 types of negative effects, clash power +2, base power +2. This is the real test.
좋아, 구조는 하겠어. 중요한 건 내가 어떤 사람인지 알게 하는 것.
He's resilient to blunt, but it's not helping him because because of her passive. Now the question is whether I can actually pull this off. If targets bind or bleed, gain clash power up. On clash win without losing any coins, regardless of whether they hit or not. If they flipped heads, they deal extra damage. My bestie and rival. Which is the... There was one about making it hit like as though it's 1.5 times more effective. Widening knowledge. Which is... widening knowledge is forced skill. Crimson form. Ma. Crimson spring 5th form.
자, 알고 있는 걸 전부 말해. 꽃처럼 화려한 날, 바람처럼 가볍지만 벌처럼 날카롭게. 다른 누구도 아닌 나 자신을 들여다봐야 해.
He has a counter skill, inflict paralyze next turn and inflict offense level, and this is a standard counter, not a clashable. But we're going to be getting a lot of hits off because of failed crit. And we are at 13. We're going to be hitting 16, 19. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be getting that extra sniping in. Waterfall. Way of the Open Thrust Chew.
이게 그거지? 잭팟! 지도자라면 동료를 포기하지 않아.
At 50%, recover from stagger, end the turn. Fix this unit's speed to 10. Panic type does not change. When hit during the combat phase, gain damage for the turn. On clash lose, take extra damage from the skill. Plastered training, deal 2% for every missing H% on self, to a maximum of 100%. So he's hitting at 100% more damage. True decapitation death blow. HP does not drop below 0, but below 1. Gain offense level, attack power up, damage up, deal negative 80% damage, and damage dealt cannot stagger the target. Gain 5 swig. At least he didn't get his counter skill off, but... He's going to be rolling much nastier than this because of that offense level and 5 attack power up. We just barely shut that one down.
그 해결사의 역경에 불과한
It is just as well that she resists slash.
이렇게 쉽게 통과하리라곤 상상도 못했는데. 세가들에게 음자를 풀어야겠어요. 이런 경사스러운 날에는 조금 풀어줘도 괜찮겠죠.
We don't get any stats. Higher Arch Rescue Operation. Great.
걸맞는 곳이어야 할.
책임은 모두 내가 진다.
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군 그래.
Well, at least I have Superbia to fall back on if this is more snakes.
이상이요. 행색이 이상하나 그럼에도 이상이요. 내가 맞서. 내가 아시의 이상을 함께 줬던 호위 이상이요.
Oh, he has a PS weakness. That's why these guys are hurting.
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 치워버려.
목을 떨궈주마.
Bad time for that, Tails.
모든 것을 견뎠어.
Remind me. We need to get a sloth skill somewhere, and we need to get way more pride. But for now, we're going to be just gluttony resonating.
시비스럽게 명한다. 이 아들 순신자 누구 하나 살아남지 마. 물넘고 거꾸로 제쳐라.
See, if Honglu gets lucky on his first run, on his first round, then he does so much better.
도려내라. 묘야.
That's gonna be a lost clash. Oh yeah, these serpent's cadences are just so annoying. Wait, that? If this unit has serpent arm, the target has deathrite venom, this becomes unclashable. I did not notice this. Consume deathrite venom for every serpent arm on self. Put deathrite venom next turn. And because they're level 60, they're always going to have a pretty decent power bonus over us, but... highest resonance allies gain there. We're not getting much in the way of resonance, but I'm okay with that.
숨통 끊기.
저 해충들을 도려내라. 일어나라. 네 목숨은 아직 따로 쓸 곳이 있다. 적을 물어뜯고 너의 쓸모를 보여라.
I've already forgotten what I was saving up my sloth resources for. Whoops. That should actually reduce the damage they can deal, but they do have Deathrite Venom, so that is going to start putting an annoying amount of rupture on. Let's say his Anthony Heisho skill. Clash will guard. Okay, so that is actually worth.
자, 어느 쪽에
이거는 충분해. 너한텐 멀겠지만.
이 몸을 온당히 벌하심에 기꺼이 죄를 받아들이나이다.
불쌍하게 울다. 아직 죽지 마라. 이거는 충분해. 너한텐 멀겠지만.
지금은 좋았어요.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
불필요한 관심은 사양하죠. 저는 조용한 게 좋아서요.
I've already forgotten how this works.
목을 콱 물어버리자.
물 넘고 거꾸로 제쳐라. 말로 받았다. 저 해충들을 도려내라. 오여 길을 열어라. 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
괜찮으셨네.
그래요. 그렇게 가만히 있어요. 상처는 고기는 맛없으니까.
모든 것에 견뎠어.
I'd almost feel sorry for him if it wasn't such a rough start. Strider Wu, Line Breaker. Unfortunately, this guy isn't going to survive long enough to get Line Breaker off again.
헤어내리.
아직 죽지 마라. 끝내지.
I didn't use my Superbia this time. That's nice.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지. 이 홍로가 무엇을 바꾸었는지를.
Hang on. Why did Forced get the retreat when Utis took the most damage? That's kind of unusual. Anyway, 20 minutes is short, but let's try and keep these short. Until next... We don't know how long the next fight is going to be after all. Until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. Yeah, this looks like... This has to be the final boss, because it has the recycle symbol, so it's one that you farm for the resources. But also... Sorry, as I was saying, it's the one that you recycle for resources, but also I'd expect 12 to actually be wrap-up story. But who knows, either way I'm not taking the risk, so for now, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.
그때에 앉아 꾸벅꾸벅 조는 건 너무 지루해요. 새 주군께서 하루라도 빨리 저희 두 개를 불러주셔야 할 텐데.